saying hello today from St. George, Ontario, just outside of Brantford, at Robert Hall Originals. Robert Hall himself, the artist, is right over here. He's already been giving me a tour of the store, and here's his wife Betty. And
How about we move this way?
Yeah, let's check that out. Absolutely.
How Robert has pulled together his love of stone and the pewter.
And the pewter,
because when you look at these settings here, Robert has designed these in pewter.
Okay.
And then we've set the stones in. Even so much as taking a little piece like this, and he's made this special cap for a donut.
Exactly.
So it gives a way of showing it off or setting it. One of the very popular things he's made, and this is an old idea that he's just brought back.
Oh, a leaf.
The piece is called a beaver tail.
Oh, a
is
beaver
what they
tail.
call this.
Okay.
And it's a way that you can display a stone very simply and very easily because it's just glue. You know, we get people into the shop who love the stones, but they say, well, I'm not a jeweler, I'm not a silversmith.
Yeah.
So then Bob came up with this idea, and we said, well, just about anybody in the world can glue.
Right.
So it allows them to buy, I don't know if we can come back over here and I can show you some other pieces.
For sure. Let's have a peek.
Over here, because these are very special. These are stones that Robert has cut and polished himself.
They're gorgeous. I love the patterns.
He just does whatever the shape of the stone suggests to him. This particular stone comes from Australia. It's a tiger iron, and that's just a natural stone. This piece is flint. And
flint? That's what flint looks like.
Well, this is very beautiful flint.
It is.
Bob actually went down to the U.S. and collected this material himself. Brought back the rough chunks, sliced it, cut it up, and made this stone.
Where did he go to get this? Like, was it a nature area?
No, it was a lady's farm.
Oh, a lady's farm.
Where there's a deposit, and a friend of his knew it was there.
You're kidding.
So the two of them went down together.
He is a prospector.
Yes. Yeah. He just loved doing it. He was excited when he got home.
Oh, I can imagine. Look what I found.
Yes, he was so excited.
I can see that.
But this is just beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
It's something that he collected himself.
This one here.
Yeah.
Look at that. This looks like it's a design. It looks like it's intentionally put there.
Just the pattern that Mother Nature put in it.
And you know what? If we look further back here, you know what this reminds me of? I got to show this. I don't know if we're going to see it very well. I'm a little too close to the camera. You know Klimt, the Austrian painter?
Oh, right, yes.
With the kiss and the Art Nouveau ornamentation.
Right.
It reminds me so much of that. Like every stone basically in here.
Nature will remind one.
It's gorgeous.
That's called crazy lace agate.
Yeah.
That particular stone comes from Mexico. And this is called...
Did you say crazy legs?
Crazy lace.
Oh, crazy lace, not legs. Jeez, the stuff that I'm hearing these days.
Yeah, and this is nice
too.
This is called rhodochrosite. And these again are pieces that Bob's cut.
Beautiful. Are they semi-precious stones?
Semi-precious.
Semi-precious.
Yes.
Now here's another one that's gorgeous. I love these. This must be an agate.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Very nice.
And this is called seraphinite or seraphinite.
Okay.
Same spelling. I'm just not quite sure which is the correct pronunciation. But this comes from Russia, as does this one, which is charoite.
It's beautiful.
And Bob has gotten some rough material.
Now, how does he know how to get all these things?
Well, these pieces, we attend a very large show in Tucson, Arizona, every February.
Okay.
And the world comes to Tucson at that time.
For stones, minerals.
Yes, they come to sell. And there's probably 36 to 38 different venues, from this hotel to that hotel to this convention center to this huge complex. You would be hard-pressed to look at it all in a week. I don't think we've ever covered the entire show. Because it's just so huge.
Yes.
And he will go looking from somebody from Russia that will have material that he can cut. And he may sit and look through their pile for 2 or 3 hours.
my God.
I take a good book.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I sit over
you head to the cafe and have a nice read.
And so then he brings it back. This is a material that he got when he was down there.
Wow.
This is actually, I think, a material. This may also be from Mexico. But it looks like artwork.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I've seen actual art where people make sort of, what is it? It's not stone, actually. It's, what do they call it? I can't think of the material now, but it's man-made material that they make that's very similar to that. And here you're looking at it, and it's actual naturally made by nature. What is this here?
Okay, this is something
This
is something that we have bought. It's called intarsia. You often think in intarsia when you think of wood because it's like inlaying wood.
It's inlaying, yeah.
But this is inlaying with stone. And this is natural stone in there. One piece of stone. This often reminds me of the group of 7 when I look at
it. It does. And the color
colors.
palette is beautiful. Now, what is it used for something, or what is it?
To make jewelry. It's top drilled. So if we look on the side, you're not going to be able to catch that with your photography there. But there's a little hole there.
Yeah.
So you can feed through a leather cord and just simply hang it on a leather cord.
So it's a pendant?
Yes.
Oh, it's a pendant.
Or you could work it with beads.
Right, right.
I always say your imagination is the limit. We'll have beginner beaders come in here and they'll look at our finished product and then they'll go and buy exactly those stones so they can go home and make the same as we've done.
Right.
But I always hope when they get home that they'll think of another dozen ways to do it.
For sure.
It's limitless.
It's endless, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. There's so many different ways.
I love this section because the specimens here are all so unique. Yeah. Look at this here. My God.
This one here,
this is gorgeous.
There's a story behind this. He found this rock when we were on holiday in Grand Bend. There's a little rock shop there.
Really?
And he looked at it one day, and we don't usually buy one piece of rock. When we buy, we're buying in quantity. It's a wholesale price.
Exactly.
And so on. And the next morning he woke up and he said, I have to go back and get that.
Yeah, exactly. But of course it didn't look like that, but you could tell the pattern already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is one of the pieces that he cut from that, and it's just beautiful colors and beautiful pattern, and he knew that was in there.
It's beautiful,
and he just wanted to bring that out.
Wonderful. So we'll also have a chance to look at the studio where this work actually happens?
Yes. Robert B. will be the one to show you that because he's the one that does the pewter.
Excellent.
Okay?
Thank you, Betty.
You're very welcome.